I'm going to name a few songs off your CD, and I want you to briefly, we only have a couple of minutes, tell me a little bit about the thought process behind it. Number 2, My Confession. Maurice.
All right. Well, the way a lot of our songs come together. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of our songs come together through collaboration, so different members are involved with different songs. So that's a song that Darie originally wrote, reflecting on his experiences. I think he was going through college and then going through some issues with his family, just different things surrounding that. And so he's really, in a sense, giving a confession to the Lord and kind of making a decision to say, it's time to present these things to you, and it's time to set those before you and really walk away and begin to live a changed life. And so Eric sings lead vocals on that song. And those two have been brothers and friends for a long time. So I think it's one of those songs that kind of naturally is born out of that relationship and friendship.
Right.
And it definitely touches on both of their life experiences before Christ.
My favorite song on I have 3 favorite songs, but my #1 favorite song is Many People. And when I first heard that, I'm a person like that jacks up songs, so I never like get the words right or anything. But when I first heard it, well, there's one part I'll tell you afterwards. I think you should change a word too. But anyway, when I first heard the song, I instantly, was singing along with you guys, and I think that's important. And the messages, the message that the song has. So tell me a little bit about Many People. What was the thought process behind that?
Well, it's funny. I should have probably spoke about My Confession. This man right here wrote Many People.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
So,
good part.
Yeah, he was down in Vegas, visiting in Vegas, and
who does the vocals? Does everyone do the vocals on that song?
Yeah, we have 3 singers, I guess you could say, and each one of us takes a verse. Okay. And of course we have our rappers as well, instrumentalists. So.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, and if you heard the song, and of course, which you should check it out.
Yeah.
It's self-explanatory, but this man's in Vegas, and he kind of witnesses certain things, not just for that day, but that was an inspired day.
Yeah.
He was back home visiting, and he saw these 3 different scenarios, and he just kind of like, well, I need to write this down, kind of like a journal, but then, you put music to it, and you get me on the drums, it's all over.
Right.
It's a song. So,
so it pulls it all together.
I think it's cool, you talk about 3 different experiences, 3 different people, a man, a woman, and children, but, though, as a woman, I might not have, being like the woman in your song, but maybe, I've lent my heart to a man like that. So it's something that can, I think, impact different people from different perspectives. Another song that I really like is I Tried. Now, I think I like the transition with that one, because you get your head bobbing. What, did you do that one too, Maurice?
Dude, dang. Brother.
Maybe you're not leaning towards the hip-hop.
Yeah, I'm not.
But that's all good. That's all good. I tried. These are one of the. These are very, very, very strenuous type of songs that took a lot. It took a lot of transparency for him to write that. So,
right. And I like questions too. I really like the rapping and the questions.
Thank you.
Finally, one for Ollie, right?
Yeah, hip hop going.
I like it. I like it. And I really like questions. I wish you guys, for people like me, had like the lyrics to your songs.
It's on our website.
Yeah. Because I was looking, so I called Gene and I was like, okay, what is the words? And there he was laughing at me. But anyway, I really like questions. And talk a little bit about that, Ollie, because it kind of talks about your lives prior to as well, that song.
Well, Questions was inspired, like, man, there was so many nights where, like I said, trying to press on, trying to fight your own self-denials and trying to press on to Christ and let Him actually reign in your life. That, of course, there are other people that you used to hang with, or just pressures. Like, they knew we was in the music game, so it's like, we don't see you on the scene no more. Right. So you must have, basically, you either got married, you got older, you changed, you left your dreams in the hole.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. It's like, that's what our biggest fear was a lot of times, is that and it's true though, the fear is right. If I come to Christ, I'm gonna have to change.
Right.
But see, the deceit is, the enemy says, well, you'll change and you'll be less of yourself. But we became more of ourselves that we never knew. So it's kind of like our pastor would always say, he's a painter. So he's like, nah, you come to Christ, He can take your art and give it more. So we became more of an artist. And all our peers were saying, man, where you been at? You ain't doing this. You don't connect. You don't do these kind of events no more. And so Questions was kind of like, we never really got the chance while we're in the storm to have these conversations with these people. But now being out of the storm, saying, now this is what was going on if you care to listen.
Right.
You know, because it may help you too, you know what I'm saying? You'll understand that it's Christ that changes, it's not some, I'm going to change now, I'm going to get married and buckle down.
Right.
You know, it's not like that.
Right.
It's not like that.
Not at all. I think we could have devoted the whole show to you guys, so I hate that I didn't, but it's okay because our next guests are going to be really good too. Really quickly, you guys have an event coming up soon? You're going to be performing?
Yes, got a couple, but I think one of the major ones for local people is July 24th in the Casico Fieldhouse around 2:30. We're actually performing in there, and then on July 28th, same week, the same event, Faith, Hope, and Love is sponsoring this. The 28th on Monument Circle, they're blocking that off. So we're going to be performing around, it starts at 3, so they still got to give our itinerary, but those are two are probably easy shows to walk up on since you're, you know, people from Indianapolis can catch it, but that's probably the biggest one. So.
Okay. We're going to put some information in the recorder. Actually, we did, one of our writers did a really great story last week, so if you want that back issue, call the recorder and we'll get that for you. Also, check out their CD. It's called Deepwater Fishing. Darkwater Fishing. I said Deepwater.
Yeah, because that's a real word. Right. Darkwater Fishing is not a real word.
That's something different. But definitely check it out. We're going to put some information on the screen. You can purchase the CD, which I highly recommend you do, at www.sacredintent.com and also at cdbaby.com. And they have a MySpace page. We're going to put all that information on the screen. So stay tuned. I'll be right back with my next guest.